let's start again this new conference. Laws of karma and Dharma. Well, the law of karma is a universal law, okay, asked by the objective justice, divine justice. The law of karma is also known with some other terms. For example, as we previously saw during the conference of return and recurrence, is also called law of recurrence. Alright? Everything happen again with specific consequences, okay? Positive or negative. Repetition of consequences, positive or negative. Another term or possibility to know this, the law of karma, is Talion law. Right? Talion law teaches us that an eye for an eye and a tooth for a tooth. Another possibility of knowing this law is law of cause and effect. Right? Doesn't exist cause without effect, and neither effect without a cause. And the other possibility of knowing this law is equality law, or law of equality. What we give, we receive. Well, when we reflect on something, we learn about it. Remember that. When we reflect on something, we learn about that. And when we do certain things, we don't see it as bad as when somebody, for example, does it to us. That's why we affirm here that the law of karma is the basis of all this school and of the entire learning. By reflecting on what is given back to us due to our actions, will make us finally to comprehend. Right now, what karma is? What is the meaning of this word? Karma is what we should pay. What we should pay. Remember, the law of karma is an universal law. Alright? What we should pay for the bad actions or facts we've done to others. And it happens when, for example, we allow the psychological flaws to act instead of our consciousness. Unfortunately, we are mechanical machines controlled and governed by psychological flaws. Many times we don't calculate our actions, the consequences of our actions, omissions and words, because we are controlled and governed by psychological defects. When we allow psychological flaws or defects to act instead of our consciousness, we achieve, we deserve, we should pay karma. Right? We owe the karma of 7 existences, 7 human existences. And the day that we seriously, honestly want to achieve our own self-realization, we should pay it in 1 existence. Remember, we owe the karma. We owe the karma from the last 7 human existences. It does not matter if we were in female or male physical bodies. It is irrelevant. Alright? Now, what Dharma is. Dharma is that cosmic money. That cosmic money that we receive. For each positive or good action, positive or good action, a conscious action we do, right? This cosmic money is received in a small jar that all of us without exception have in the Supreme Court, in the Divine Court, which is located in the 5th dimension of the universe. Right? In a small yard, by each good or positive action we make for others, to others, the inner beings of all those people give us immediately some money, cosmic money. That's Dharma. And remember, our own small jar is right now, literally, it's like our saving accounts. Remember, it's something like that. We don't have it currently in the Supreme Court, in the Divine Court. And daily, if we do some good or positive actions, each inner being immediately gives us some cosmic money by that of positive or good action. Right? Due to lack of consciousness, we could have a lot of Dharma stored previously from many, many human existences, and probably we are facing difficult experiences, difficult events, and we don't even know probably that we do have Dharma in our jar, which is in the Supreme Court, in the Divine Court. Okay? So at the very end of our today's conference, we'll see how to make the transfer of funds. Okay? To achieve, to change our current health, financial situation, spiritual states, etc., etc. right? Now, what is the court of karma? The divine court of karma. Well, this court of karma, the divine justice, is not only working currently nowadays for our Earth planet, but also for the entire solar system, the one where we live currently. The name of our solar system is ORS, ORS, and they work for each one and in each one of the planets of our solar system, called ORS, right? The divine law here is processed in different places of the court of karma, right? And is formed also by Master Anubis and his 42 judges, the judges of karma. All right. They are the beings that govern and lead the destinies of our societies, of our continents, countries, regions, cities, etc., etc. Right? They control and govern the 48 mechanical laws that at the same time govern us, control us on our Earth planet. And they are intimately associated with the 48 chromosomes that exist in each one of our cells. Our official science has only discovered 46 of these 48 chromosomes. But let's remember something. Our official science has only the technology to discover 46 chromosomes for the third dimension. The other 2 chromosomes are currently and has been always be in the 4th dimension. The other 2 chromosomes, 46 plus 2 equals 48. Right? Sooner than later, the other 2 chromosomes will be discovered. Right? There will be some changes in high-tech, official science, medicine, and so on, when they discover these other 2 chromosomes. Right? This is our relation with the 48 mechanical laws that govern us currently. Let's continue. What produces karma? Our actions, our words, and our omissions. That produces karma. Right? And what is the origin of our omissions? Of our words, of our actions. The origin of our omissions words and actions is in our thoughts and feelings. Thoughts and feelings. If we change the way we think and the way we feel, we change our karma. We change our destiny. We completely change our recurrences. And our life will be something totally different. But if we continue with the same type of thoughts and feelings, what we will only deserve will be the same as we've been doing during the previous human existences. Alright? These are the origins and the causes of our omissions, words, and actions. And our omissions, words, and actions produce karma. Financial karma, family karma, continental karma, national karma, individual karma, spiritual karma. Due to lack of understanding all these teachings, for example. If we change the root, we change the way we talk with more harmony, wisely, consciously, with a nice tone of voice. Our actions will be conscious actions, positive actions, actions looking to serve others, rather than being aggressive with others' lives. If we don't delete our ego, the way we think and the way we feel, our destiny will be exactly the same. More and more repetitions, literally, mathematically, from existence to existence. But if we change, our life changes. And we could apply a different type of influence in others' lives. Obviously here we are trying to specify here the need, the urgency of acting with wisdom. Our own inner wisdom is inside of each one of our psychological flaws that define the way we think and the way we feel. Right now, types of karma. Types of karma. Let's see. Number 1, individual karma. We talk about individual karma, the one of each one of the people, of the persons. The one of each person. Health, financial situation, spiritual states, depressions, madness, etc., etc. Alright? But remember something. Not everything happening on this earth planet is due to karma. Because we do have a 3% of free will. This 3% of free will gives us the possibility, for example, of creating our own initiative, of doing well to others. of assuming the responsibility of our own lives. Not always everything that happens in this earth planet is due to karma. No, remember that we do have, all of us without exception, a small amount of free will. We may use, hopefully sooner than later, for example, to achieve our own self-realization. To bring someday, why not, 100% of consciousness. The authentic freedom is trapped inside of our ego, of each one of our psychological flaws. If we believe the causes, the origins of our sufferings, we'll be free authentically. With wisdom, with consciousness, with love. We'll be connected, for sure, believe it or not, to the highest law of this universe, the law of love. Permanently, eternally. Right? And that's possible if we delete, eliminate the way we think and the way we feel currently. It is the elimination, literally, of every single psychological defect. It means the elimination of the whole ego we carry inside. Now, family karma. Family karma. Divine justice, for example, join different persons. Divine justice join different persons that have pending accounts, pending debts. Right? Rape, violence, physical attacks, betrayals, murders, and so on. Another type of karma, collective karma. Collective karma. For example, when an airplane crashes against a mountain, for example, or against anything, some accidents, motorcycles, cars, some attacks, for example, to some president, any president of any nation all around the world, governors, majors, etc., etc. Collective karma. When a bus crashes against another bus, probably it is collective karma. Alright? Another one, regional karma. Regional karma. When we talk about regional karma, for example, we are talking about a geographic region where unfortunately the people that live in here, any region, any zone of our countries, for example, are suffering, for example, due to climate, extreme climate situations. Murders. And it is only happening in one of the states of our countries, for example. In a specific states or regions, geographic regions of our nations, of our countries, regional karma. Only, for example, specific illnesses that are only happening in that region of our country. National karma. We talk about national karma, we're talking about the karma of any one of our countries. Right? Dictatorships, for example. Dictatorships. From the things, for example, we're seeing in Cuba, North Korea, Venezuela, etc., etc. Right? Civil wars, for example. Civil wars. Guerrillas. Right? National karmas that affect, the national karma affects only one specific country. Violence, virus, etc., etc. Guerrillas, civil wars, and so on. Continental karma. The karma only of a specific continent. The things, for example, we've seen in Africa, right? All those fires, for example, in Australia. All those specific situations that are not affecting any other country or continent, but only that one. Australia, Africa, and so on, right? For example, even viruses, for example. Next one, world karma. World karma. The current pandemic, for example, is a perfect example of world karma. AIDS, talking about illnesses, cancer, different types of cancer. Probably there isn't any country that is not being affected by a specific situation, for example, associated intimately with AIDS, cancer, etc., etc. Right? World karma. For example, First and Second World War. And there is a big possibility, a huge possibility of having the Third World War. That's possible, more than we think, unfortunately. It's necessary to pray to the divine hierarchies from the bottom of our hearts to ask for assistance, for help. Okay? Please. Pray to the divine hierarchies to don't let happen the Third World War. It's possible. A world war is a type of world karma. Next one. Planetary karma. Planetary karma. The one of a planet. For example, different type of environmental transformations. Environmental transformations. The ozone, for example, in our planet, above our planet, ozone, all those icebergs, for example, alright? Collision of planets. Collision of planets. Nibiru X. One planet of a different solar system is arriving to our Earth planet within the next years, and in fact nowadays, if we enter to different platforms by internet, we may see the different videos where it's a reality that planet that is arriving to ours, right? And 18 millions of years ago, unfortunately, a planet called Condor already crashed against our Earth planet. The new upcoming is a recurrence with that planet. Alright? That's very important to know as well. Let's continue. I'm going to erase this information to continue again. Now, another different type of karma, for example, is the one called karma saya. Karma saya. All these, how can I tell you this? These binding, as these astral bindings among men and women. All those astral bindings among men and women due to fornication. Alright? That's very important to understand. When we have a sexual intercourse with anyone and we ejaculate our seed, our sperm, our sexual creative energy into the vagina of our partner, we men, immediately there is an astral binding. Alright? And if we allow ourselves to have too many sexual intercourses with different partners, unfortunately this karma saya produces a different type of karma called karma yoga. Karma yoga is a reality, and it means to lose our couple when we need it the most. Alright? That's why here we consider that sexual energy, sexuality, sex in general is sacred. It's necessary to be stable with only one partner, with one woman, in the case of us men. Alright? And obviously, in the case of you women, it's necessary to understand sooner than later that as much as you can, please only try to find one guy, one man in your life. Alright? Because definitely Karmasaya produces Karma Yoga. The more different couples we have in any of our human existences, the more Karma Yoga is produced. The more Karma Yoga we'll have to face sooner than later, right? So probably most of us have a lot of Karma Yoga because we don't know with how many different couples we had different sexual intercourses in our previous human existences. Alright? Sex is something sacred. If we don't want to believe it or even to understand it, it is our fault. Alright? There are some specific laws that we should respect and transcend sooner than later if possible. And it's possible if we delete the cause of our sufferings, of our actions, omissions, and words, which are our psychological defects that build and form the way we think and the way we feel. Right? The other type of karma is called karma duro. Karma duro. It means crimes against the sexual creative energy. Crimes against our or others' sexual creative energy. Sexual creative energy, our semen, our seed, which is the same. When we talk about it, we are talking, for example, masturbation. Oral sex. Anal sex. Twice having sex. In less than 24 hours, for example. Right? Sex with animals, for example. It produces all these type of degenerations of morbosities are due to our lustful details. If we delete and eliminate our lustful details with the self-observation and immediately the inner petition to our Divine Mother, it's more than possible to achieve, to deserve less karma duro. This is the unique karma where we have to pay it and there is no possibility to negotiate it with the divine law. Alright? Sex, vasectomy, for example, in the case of us men, sex with animals, excuse me, sex with animals, which is a reality, and all of us know it for sure. There are some people all around the world that have sex with animals. Incredible but true. Alright? Threesomes, orgies, betrayals, etc., etc. Alright? Divine law doesn't let us to negotiate this type of karma. The rest of different types of karmas are negotiable. The only one that we must pay without mercy, because this is a crime against the Holy Spirit, and it is something that is not possible to negotiate, is the one called karma duro. There is another one, another different type of karma called karma katancia. When any being all around the universe, talking about the specific, our solar system, achieves his or her own self-realization and becomes a god, hopefully not, but probably that person will make some mistakes, will commit some mistakes that unfortunately will make him or will make her to pay in a specific called karma katancia. Is the karma of the gods. The karma of the gods by their mistakes. Gods also commit mistakes. Not only us, but also gods. All those that already achieved their own self-realization, they become gods. And it's possible that even gods commit mistakes. Divine justice applies a specific type of karma to them called karma katancia. Right? The karma of the gods by their mistakes. Now, ways to pay the karma. For us, the ones that have the knowledge, the objective knowledge, the information, there is an open possibility of paying our karmas, except karma duro, remember. Divine justice doesn't forgive us for our crimes against the sexual creative energy, against the Holy Spirit. That's the unique, the only karma that they don't forgive. No matter what, that's not possible to forgive. For them, the sexual creative energy is something absolutely untouchable. It's something sacred. Okay, sex is something sacred in our solar system. We are the worst mankind in the entire solar system. In the rest of the planets of our solar system called ours, all those mankinds practice sex with so much respect, right? They only try to transmute their sexual creative energies. In those planets, for example, there is not homosexualism or lesbianism. This is the only planet of our solar system where we accept that type of degeneration. Homosexualism and lesbianism is only a reality here on our Earth planet. Because in the rest of the planets of our solar system, that doesn't exist. Men are only with their women, and vice versa. They don't understand how pervert we are. Sex and sexual creative energy is something sacred. Sexual apparatus from women and sexual apparatus from men, there is a complement. Want each other, okay? We are the worst mankind in our solar system. Well, ways to pay the karma. There are different ways, open ways to pay the karma consciously, okay? Number one, with Dharma. All of us have Dharma, spiritual or physical Dharma, alright? It is also called cosmic money. Do you remember that one we talked about in the very beginning of this conference? Cosmic money. The one we already have and the one we join continuously, hopefully daily, due to our good actions, conscious actions, serving others, helping others, will give us more Dharma, spiritual or physical. If we share, for example, all this information without exception to the rest of the mankind, we'll have the merits, the absolute right to receive spiritual Dharma from the divine hierarchies. Remember, all of us without exception in the divine court have a small jar. In that small jar, all those inner beings, when we share all this information, all this spiritual information, without exception, without interest of any species, they pay us immediately. Right? Remember, we deserve what we have. We receive what we give. If we give spiritually, they are going to give us spiritually. Alright? To make conscious actions, it's necessary to release the consciousness which is trapped inside of each one of our psychological defects to achieve more Dharma, okay? But the most important thing here is doing it without any type of interest, without exception, only vibrating with the highest law of the universe, which is the law of love. But yes, if any one of us share all this information, for example, all these video conferences, will receive spiritual Dharma. Alright? Number two, second way to pay karma, negotiable pain. It's possible to pay our karma with negotiable pain. What does it mean? What does negotiable pain mean? It means that I don't negotiate it having the possibility of negotiating it. But I made the decision of not negotiating the pain that I am suffering currently due to my free will. Okay? Negotiable pain. I don't negotiate it with the divine law. I don't negotiate it. Having the possibility of doing it. Having the open possibility of negotiating my own karma. Karma due and related with health, financial situation, depressions, it is mental situations, right, etc., etc. Lack of partner, lack of couple, for example. It's possible to negotiate having our couple, making businesses, different types of negotiations with the divine justice. It's absolutely true and possible. I'm negotiating, having the possibility of negotiating it. Okay. Number 3, another way to pay the karma. So I prefer to suffer, I prefer to pay my karma with suffering. Alright? Having the possibility of negotiating the karma. Number 3, non-negotiable pain. Non-negotiable pain. What does it mean again? When we talk about this third type of karma, we are talking about the crimes against the Holy Spirit. It is karma duro. Do you remember that penultimate type of karma that we previously saw in our current video conference? Crimes against the sexual creative energy. Not only ours, but others as well. And when we talk about the Holy Spirit, literally, accurately, we're talking about the sexual creative energy, semen, our seed, and others' seed. Right? That's why we'll be affirming and insisting on something here. Sexuality, sex, is something absolutely sacred. Number 4, with charity. Charity is like a complement that we give to our own work of the 3 factors of the revolution of the consciousness. The elimination of the ego, the creation of the inner world, bodies, the solar bodies, and sacrifice for mankind, which means to share all this information, all these teachings without exception to the rest of the mankind, without exception, literally, without asking for any money. It should be absolutely free. Charity. Physical helps to others. Right? If we know anyone or any family that, for example, doesn't have food in their house, okay, let's buy some food to them. Alright, but without any interest. The most important thing here to understand is that please reflect on the need, on the urgency. That is great to do all these charity actions without interest. And instead of doing it with interest, it's better doing it, for example, from the bottom of our hearts, for sure. Right? Physical health. For example, food, as it's been told, medicines, if it's possible for you to bring the medicines to sick people, right? To help others in a physical way, the way you feel from the bottom of your heart, right? And way number 5 to pay our karma is with objective deals with the divine law. Objective deals or businesses with the law. We'll make some compromises if we want, only if we want, with the divine law, with the divine justice, to receive something changed. With the divine law. It is making compromise with the divine law. Do we have lack of partner? Lack of job? Lack of health? Lack of inner strength to continue with our spiritual work, to finally achieve sooner than later our own self-realization? Okay. Any one of us without exception, no matter who we are, no matter how evil we are, the divine law has a lot of mercy with us. And it's possible to negotiate with them to continue our lives in a better way. Right? Now, let's learn practice. Probably many of us, I don't know, it depends on each process. Probably some of us or many of us have, for example, so much Dharma in our personal account. Right? In that small jar, the one we talked about in the very beginning of this conference. And then in the middle of the conference, right? This practice is called transfer of funds. You stand up. I have no idea how to draw, remember, excuse me. I have no idea how to draw. You stand up, you make a prayer mentally from the bottom of your heart to your inner Father, and you ask him for making the transfer of the funds of the bank of your Dharma to the bank of your own karma. Right? And ask him to please make his own decision. Ask him please that he makes the decision as he prefers, as he wants, to make the transfer of funds spiritually or financially as he, your inner parent, wants at the end, by doing this practice, okay? Mentally from the bottom of your heart to your inner Father. It works. Your arms are raised horizontally like this. Alright? You stand up with your feet together, with your feet together. Right? Your feet together. You raise your arms horizontally, forming cross with the trunk. Right? And the palms of your hands up. The palms of your hands up. Right? After you pray to your inner Father, mentally from the bottom of your heart, you stand up like this, and immediately your right arm goes up 45 degrees. 45 degrees. 45 degrees. And at the same time, your left arm goes down 45 degrees at the same time. Right? When you do this movement, you are pronouncing the mantra ni. Ni. And you focus your concentration in your front, in the middle of your eye brushes, in your front. Then your left arm goes up 45 degrees again, and your right arm goes down 45 degrees once more. Right? And at the end, you finish your pronunciation of ni with your arms horizontally forming cross with your trunk. During all this process, you pronounce ni. Right? Then the mantra ne. The concentration is in your throat, in your larynx. At the level of your throat, of your larynx, you focus your concentration, your pronunciation. Right? If possible for you to make it verbal, is much better. It produces more results. The outcome is better. And again, you stand up with your arms horizontally raised, horizontally. You pronounce ne, and at the same time you raise your right arm goes up 45 degrees. Your left arm goes down 45 degrees at the same time. Then you put them horizontally, and immediately your left arm goes up 45 degrees approximately, and at the same time your right arm goes down 45 degrees again. Once more. During all these processes, and you finish with your two arms horizontally to your trunk. Alright? And you do the same with the mantra ni. The concentration should be in your heart. In your heart, exactly the same movements. Then no. Okay, in your no, and finally no. In your belly button, Your belly button is a concentration for no. And no, please put your concentration between your belly button and your pelvis. Between the belly button and your pelvis, please put the concentration during the pronunciation of no. Doing exactly the same, alright? You start the practice with your inner prey. Then you stand up this way with your arms raised horizontally with your trunk, alright? And immediately, a pause, and immediately, this was only one series, okay? It's necessary to make 9 series. It was entirely one series, okay? Please make 9 series, right? Focusing your concentration in these specific parts when you are pronouncing the specific mantra in this order. First, ni, second, ne, third, mi, fourth, no, fifth, nu. Ni, ne, no, nu, na. I had a mistake here. Ni, ne, no, nu, na. Ni, ne, no, nu, na is the specific and the correct order, right? As soon as you finish, you say thanks to your inner father, pronouncing the mantra, torn, right? Finishing with this physical position. You stand up with your foot together, and in a pharaonic position, you put your right arm over your left arm, and both arms, the palms of your hands are on your shoulders, alright? Pharaonic position. And at the same time, you pronounce only once, the mantra torn. Pharaonic position. Your right arm over your left arm, on your shoulders, both of them. Alright, on your shoulders. The palms of your hands touch your shoulders. Alright, and that's it, that's all. That's the entire technique. Now, how to make negotiations with the divine law, with the divine justice of our solar system. Now, here we are going to mix practice of deals for businesses with divine law. Practice of deals with our divine law of our solar system. Position number one, excuse me. You lay down facing up, okay, facing the sky, on the floor or on your bed. Your feet together again. Your palms up. Your arms raised horizontally, right on your bed, as the rest of your physical body. Your feet together. Position number 1, 3, and 5. Right? Now, you sit on your bed or on the floor, for positions number 2, 4, and 6. Right? Your arms raised horizontally, the palms of your hands up, and your feet still together. Okay? During these 6 movements, and for each one of these 6 positions, 1, 3, 5, laying down, facing up, facing the sky, with the palms of your hands up, your feet together. 2, 4, 6, you sit on the floor or on your bed. Your arms raised horizontally, palms of your hands up, feet together again. The next prayer, okay? My Father, my Lord, my God, I beg you, if it's your will, that please go to the heart temple of the divine justice. Once there, please negotiate with Master Anubis and his 42 judges to give me, please, my correct health, or to give me, please, a job, or to give me, please, my couple of the opposite sex, right? For example, to transmute my sexual energies, right? In order to create my inner bodies. Whatever need you have currently in your life, right? You put the business, right? And in change, I will help this family for 6 months, for example, buying them their own food, right? Or bringing the medicines to this person that is in a specific hospital, right? For example, that's a possibility. Right? Or if, for example, you need your inner strength to start your process of purification, deleting your ego, right? You need inner strength for having a huge impulse a big inner strength to delete your ego, right? And in change, for example, you pay bringing the medicines to sick people, right, for 6 months or 1 year or 3 months, I don't know, depends on how able you are to help others, to serve others, right? And you pronounce it lying down, okay? And then you sit and you pronounce exactly the same phrase, the same petition, verbally if possible is better, right? Number 3, exactly the same. Then in position number 4, you sit again and you pronounce it again, the same thing. Then you lay down again, number 5, time number 5, and finally time number 6, you pronounce, you say the prayer exactly the same, the negotiation with divine law, right? And at the end, you pronounce for 6th time the same inner petition, the same negotiation verbally. We say to your Father that please let you to remember in a dream the result of the negotiation, of the deal that you are trying to have to do with the divine law. You do it every single night until you receive the response, the answer from the divine law. Okay? In a dream, in an astral experience, they'll give you the answer. Even if they tell you no, the deal is not accepted, you should pay what you promised. Okay? No matter what, if the answer is yes, or if their answer is no, you should pay. Okay? No matter who was your business, your deal, your promise, you should pay. Because probably they are proving you. They tell you no just to see your reaction. But if anyway you pay what you promised, at the end they may give you what you asked for. Alright? That's very important to understand. And if they tell you yes, in the dream, in the astral experience, obviously, for sure, you are going to pay what you promised, okay, to receive what you need in your life currently. Alright? Now I'm going to write down, this is the different physical positions with the same prayer, okay? Now I'm going to write down for you, for each one of you, the prayer to have it clear. And with this practice, we finish our video conference. The team. My Father, my Lord, my God, I beg you, if it's your will, my Father, my Lord, my God, I beg you, if it's your will, that you go to the heart temple, of the divine justice, or the divine court, and once there, Father, my Lord, my God, I beg you, if it's your will, that you go to the temple, heart temple of the divine justice, and once there, please ask to Master Anubis and his 42 judges that please or that give me, for instance, these are just examples, okay? That give me please my couple to transmute the sexual energies or that give please a job, physical job to pay my basic needs, for example, my basic needs, or that give me please, for example, a correct health to continue with my process of daily purification, for example. Because if we want our self-realization, it's necessary to have a decent physical body with a correct health, alright? There are different possibilities of needs, of urgencies for each one of us, for any one of us, alright? And whatever your need is, you should specify only one specific need that you ask for, and I promise, and then you say, and I promise to, for example, this is again only one example, the way you pay is your own free will, alright, and I promise to pay, for example, bringing the medicines to a sick person I know, for example. If you want to say the proper name of the sick person, that's perfect. If you don't want to say the name of the person, that's alright. There is no inconvenience. The sick person, or for example, another different way to pay is, for example, and I promise to pay buying food for example, 1 year or 6 months or 3 months, I don't know, to a family that is in need. That is in need. For each one of the 6 times, laying down, sit, laying down, sit, laying down, sit, right? You make exactly the same in repetition, verbally. It's much better verbally, right? On the floor or on your bed. And when you arrive to time number 6, you'll ask to your father, you make time number 6 as is, as this one is right now here. And immediately you say to your father that please let you remember the answer of this negotiation in an astral experience, in a dream, right? And you should do this negotiation every single night until you get the answer, right? It's possible to receive the divine answer, the answer of the divine law in the first night. Night number 10, night number 20. After 1 month of repeating each night with discipline, with perseverance, the same practice until they make the decision of answering you. Right? It does not matter which is their answer, yes or no, you should pay. Remember, if they tell you no, the business is not accepted, anyway you should pay because probably they are proving you, they are testing you just to see how humble you are, how noble, how humble you are. Alright? And if you pay, they give you what you need. Just ask for real and authentic needs. Don't ask for example, for winning the lottery. Alright? Because for sure you'll be in trouble. Right? Well, obviously, as soon as you receive the answer, if you want to practice to prove this technique, to be in contact, to start your connection, your communication with the divine law, as soon as they give you the answer, you stop making the petition, alright? Because they already gave you the answer, so you don't have to continue making it. Well, thank you very much for attending this new conference and have a great day. If there is any question or any doubt about it, well, just let me know and shortly I'll respond to you. Thank you.